Hi Aries, Ali from Indigo Ascension. We're going to do your July 1st to the 15th reading. Now I know that it's technically late, but I'm going to do a reflective reading, okay? So the areas that I'm connecting into, this may be the energy that you have been experiencing for the first fortnight of the month. This may be what you currently are going through. So take only what resonates and leave the rest, okay? If you haven't already, check out the channel for your monthly reading for July. And unique and only on Instagram, I do the quick reads, which are just brief 5-minute videos to check in with each of the zodiacs to see what energy you may be experiencing for the week. And they're done of a weekend so that they're there for Monday, okay? So the links below on the description box, you will see links to my website address and my Facebook page, as well as my Instagram, where you can find out a little bit more about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer. Okay, Aries, so the energy I am picking up on for the collective Aries is I was seeing, it's almost like a soccer field, okay, or some sort of competitive sport, and the energy I was picking up on is competition. In many ways, the areas that I'm picking up on, you know, there's a situation in your life, an experience in your life, a connection in your life where you feel like you have to be strategic. You were sort of identifying, if I go this way, or if I make that choice, or if I say this, then that's going to happen. You know, in many ways that might be career related, and you might feel that you have to be preemptive in your strategic approaches to the work that you're doing. You might be navigating some tricky waters or challenging experiences with a significant relationship. Take it however it resonates. I was definitely picking up on a competitive and strategic energy, okay? So for better or worse, maybe you feel like you have to, in very many ways, act like you're in survival mode, okay? Or making strategic choices to be able to seek what it is that you're gaining. And that's unique for us all, okay? Underneath everything, you're wanting a wish fulfillment, as is told by the tarot. The Nine of Cups is about seeking that goal, achieving that goal, getting that goal. So maybe this first 2 weeks of July, in many ways, you're identifying the ways in which you do that. What motivates you? What drives you? What is the deeper intentions behind everything you're doing? I was becoming slowly aware of my strategies is what I was feeling. Now, it didn't feel like a fun game. It didn't feel like I was there. I felt like I was there to win, okay? So maybe you are up against opposing energies in your life, Aries. Maybe you're up against opposing personalities. Maybe you're going up against yourself. With Mars in your sign, make no mistake, for the remainder of the year, all of the zodiacs are going to be hit with this very Martian influence, okay? This battle ready, this competitive spirit, this driving energy. But make no mistake, Mars as an energy field within us and around us it is passion, it is excitement, it is drive, it is focus and determination, and that can topple over into shadow aspects as well, and we're going to be noticing that. But you guys are ruled by Mars. You guys are ruled by that Mars influence of drive, energy, motivation, and getting up no matter how many times I get knocked down. And there's something really beautiful about that sustainability. But however, we're also very aware that that energy can topple over. Like I said earlier, it can push us into ways in which we are strategic, is what I do want to say. So maybe many Arians are connecting into energies within themselves. You're really connecting in and you know, continuing on or releasing old ways in which you have identified with deeper intentions and what drives you in life. Because I felt very like I had to be strategic. I felt like I had to think about that step before I did this step. And it almost felt like it wasn't connected to deeper spiritual principles, Aries, okay? It wasn't, you know, I'm not seeking in that energy that I was connecting into. I wasn't seeking deeper meaning, or like it felt very surface level. It felt very 3D. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we can be empaths, intuitives and sensitives and be on this soul journey. But there are many times in our journey as well where we have to be focused on the 3D. We have to be focused on the mainstream. And sometimes we do have to be strategic in the choices we're making. So take that vision however it resonates for you. I felt like I had to be strategic. I felt like I was thinking about 10 steps ahead before I made the next step. I was very determined to get my outcome. There's a goal, there's a person, there's an achievement, an Aries that I'm connecting into wants to achieve, and you're doing that in methodical steps. You're very aware of the steps you are taking in order to get what you want, okay? So there's definitely some drive energy in that. Let's take a look the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Maybe you are feeling overwhelmed by this drive energy and this driving force that is pushing you onto greater and bigger things, Aries. Let me just adjust this music. The Ace of Wands is, you know, if anything is Mars energy, it is this. It's very much a passionate driving force. It's very much excitable confidence. It's, here is a gift from the divine. Here is a refresh to your energy body. And many Arians will be feeling that along with the rest of the zodiacs, you know, with this Mars energy. The positive aspect of it is that it can boost us. It can push us. It can fill us with the energy we need to push towards what it is that we most desire in life. However, coupled with the Seven of Cups, Aries, it can get overwhelming, this energy. We can take the wand, we can take this passion and drive, but it can also overwhelm and topple over, like I said earlier, to a point that might feel overwhelming to us, okay? Being aware of our intentions, being aware of our emotional connections, being aware of our reasons why, if you like, can get us clear on how to best navigate this energy. It's like waking up and having 110 goals for the day and going, yeah, I want to achieve them all, and, you know, getting halfway through the day and thinking, I haven't even achieved everything I've wanted to, or perhaps doing too much of one thing and not enough balance is what I do want to say. Something needs to be brought into balance here because there's a little bit overwhelm, and the wand energy that you have been given or that you have embarked on, this fresh idea, this inspiration, this desire, this aha moment where you're like, nah, this is what I'm going for and this is what I'm going to get, I want it, can lead to emotional overwhelm, can lead to confusion and fogginess, okay? And naturally ruled by the energy of fire, naturally ruled by your energy body, all right? The emotions, the water bodies, can be a bit uncomfortable for you. So it's about getting to the core of the emotions is what I do want to say, Aries, to really get clear on the conflict. And it's interesting that I was picking up on, like, you being in the middle of a soccer field or some sort of a competitive sport game, okay? But really isolated, like you were not connected to the other players. Like this was your game and you were going to win it. And you were thinking not just about getting that goal, but you were really methodically thinking and strategically thinking about every single step in order to get what you want. Now, the Nine of Cups is at the base of the deck. This is about you getting your wish fulfillment. So you're very much focused on this getting, this beginning, okay? At no expense to other people is what I do want to say, because I couldn't see anyone else on the field and it felt like you were in this competitive game, but perhaps you are the only one competing in very metaphorical ways, okay? Maybe others aren't aware of your intentions. Maybe others aren't aware that you're competing for this thing. Maybe you haven't yet communicated to other people. Take it however it resonates. In the past is the Five of Wands, and above this is the Five of Swords. So make no mistake, there is competition and conflict energy around you. You know, whether you're actively engaging this and starting it because it's you that is the driving force behind this vision, this idea, or whether you find yourself in situations and relationships that make you feel like this, so that you do have to be strategic about everything you say, everything you do. And I feel like I have to think 10 steps ahead, you know, before I even act on the first step, or whatever the case may be, Aries. There is a deep desire to win at all costs. And I'm just wondering, is that what needs to change here? You know, when we've got the 2-5 energies there, it's about change, okay? So it's about going a little bit deeper in that vision that I was picking up on. Is the desire for change going to call you stronger, call to you a lot more strongly, if you like, than the desire to win at all costs, okay? Maybe this is something you're experiencing. Maybe this is what you're experiencing in the connections around you, all right? But I do see many Arians that I'm connecting into are experiencing and can potentially, the path that you're on, this game that is being played, or the game that you find yourself having to navigate yourself through, okay? Because make no mistake, sometimes situations are created by us, but just as equally, sometimes situations are put upon us because of the connections and experiences that are in our lives. Like I look at this, and this could be feeling like I have to be strategic because of the connections in my life. In a workplace, you know, we all know what political environments are like. This could be the dynamics in the friendship groups and the family that's in my life. This could be the love relationships in my life. Take it however it resonates, Aries. This could be connections that are connected to you because of your children. Whatever the case may be, I feel like I have to be strategic. I feel like I want to win at all costs. This could be your energy. This could be another person's. But certainly there is a desire to win, and there's equally a desire to be strategic. But like I said, it felt very surface level. It didn't feel like I wasn't connected to my core intentions. And now maybe that is a message for many Arians out there, is to perhaps even step back and say, what's my intention here? What's my intention with this scenario? What's my intention with this goal? Why am I involved in this situation if it's something that's ultimately not good for me, or I feel like I have to keep competing, or at least continue to keep feeling conflicted? Underneath all this is the Nine of Coins, okay? The Nine of Coins is very pre-Empress energy. It's very self-sufficiency. It's this desire to be self-sufficient. It's this underneath is what is driving you is, like, if there's a strategic desire to win at all costs, maybe your goal is financially focused. Maybe these are career goals. Maybe this is about you setting yourself up to sustainability, to achieve sustainability on your own, and knowing that you and you alone have been the one to achieve it. When the Nine of Coins shows up as an encouragement card, it's like you can and you will if you so choose. You know, it is divinely inspired. It is your right to be able to feel like you have achieved whatever it is that you want to achieve, you know, at this time in your journey. Whatever the case may be, I feel very much this can be career related. This can be, it feels competitive related is what I feel like, because there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire energy. There's the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. I feel like I'm even connecting into Arians that are trying to control or process a current situation in your life in one way or another. And I'm going to ask you, just go a little bit deeper and perhaps connect into intentions there to be able to achieve your fulfillment, because what you've got coming up is this descent energy, okay? So underneath all this, you desire your wish fulfillment. Underneath, you want your Nine of Cups. You want this ideal outcome that you're perhaps striving for. And there's a lot of fire energy within you. Or this could even point to someone around you, okay? So take it however it resonates. There's a deep desire here, very passionate focus to get what is mine, okay, to get my wish fulfillment. But I'm going to have to say something has to end here. You've got a couple of nines, you've got a couple of sevens. There are spiritual principles here about endings and letting go that need to be embraced. And perhaps it's an old strategy that you're engaging in. Perhaps it's an old way in which you're connecting into this conflicting and competitive energy with yourself, with another, take it however it resonates. But there's a desire here and a deeper need to actually walk away from heavier emotions, okay? Because the Eight of Cups is underneath this. And then the Seven of Coins is underneath that. There is a need here to descend, 9, 8, 7, to descend in some deeper truths about who you truly are. Look at that. She's hiding. She's the fourth card underneath the deck. She's hiding away. And like I was picking up on that vision, it felt very surface. It was almost like there was a part of myself that was asking me, what is the soul message? And there wasn't a soul message because I was focused on the material. I was focused on the surface. And now, like I said, that's not a bad thing, Aries. As empaths, we do find ourselves in very 3D experiences where we have to go to that job because it pays the bills, because it pays the mortgage and feeds the kids, whatever the case may be. But there is a deeper descent. There's an invitation to descend into discovering yourself and what truly drives you and what truly is your intention for yourself. Like I see you're focused on a surface thing of, like, it's, you know what, you can get that job, you can get that relationship, but this same energy, this same deeper journey into self will still call to you in one way or another, is what I do want to say. This is the energy I'm picking up on. Like, it's great to experience fire energy. It's great. Like, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wands, you know, that is your element, yes, but you above all else know exactly how fiery Mars energy can drive us. It can drive us to a point of overwhelm. It can drive us to a point of burnout. It can drive us to the center of our emotions where we discover exactly how much of a hold anger and passion and all of the lower realms, all of the lower energies, okay, how much they can truly take a hold on us. There's an invitation here to be truly free, to be truly free and meet yourself. But I feel like there's a journey yet. Maybe you are allowing certain relationships in your life to continue the same way they always have, where you feel like you have to be in survival mode. Maybe this is your operation, what is it called? What is that term? Your method of operating. What's the Latin term for it? Modus operatus, something to that effect. Maybe this is your go-to, how you approach every single situation in your life. Like, I've got a beautiful little Aries in my life, and she is like hell-bent on getting that thing, that goal. She sets her mind to it, you know, but she can also burn herself out. She can push herself to a point where she ends up hurting herself because she hasn't actually gone and connected into the deeper drives and the deeper whys. And that's what I felt. I felt like I was on a soccer field, hell-bent wanting to win this thing, this game, and employ strategies, and I'm finding myself exhausting mental capacities where I feel like I have to think 10 steps ahead before I make the next one. And that kind of that way of doing things, is it a new way for you? And if so, perhaps it is the right way and it's going to get you what you want. But if it's an old way of doing things, and perhaps that's what needs to come to a close here, because what's coming up is this descending energy into yourself, Aries, about truly getting to the heart of the matter, truly getting into what drives you, to how you can genuinely achieve a new beginning that I do see you desperately want, you know. And there is this potential for a strong beginning, but it comes with a lot of fire. So this new beginning that's driving you, that you're seeking, you know, what is it that you're willing to commit to so that you can get it? Are you willing to commit to a new way of doing things? Are you willing to commit and continue on the path you are? Like, I feel like I'm connecting into many Arians. Maybe this is even like I just got sudden visions of, like, you know, battles over custody and things that matter, okay? Like even competing in battles over an individual. Maybe there are relationship dynamics where you feel like you are competing on one level or another. Like, it matters to you, and I see that. You want this desperate new beginning. You desperately want this new beginning in some way, but you're engaging in old energy that continues to lead to the same amount of overwhelm, okay? Maybe methods, tactics, strategies that have worked 100,000 times before are no longer working, and that's the point that needs to be reviewed. That's the point that needs to change. There's a spiritual wisdom here trying to come through, but I don't feel like you've connected into that yet for the first 2 weeks of July. I think it is yet to come, perhaps. Maybe there's a 7-week story here. Maybe, you know, 7 weeks from now even is what I do want to say, that there's this going to be an offer of a new beginning where you get to ask yourself, do I want to engage in the same old, or do I want to continue in the same path? Like, I'm feeling that outside this field that I'm connecting into, this vision, there was a whole other game that you were meant to be in, Aries, and that's why I didn't even feel completely engaged in what I was doing. Like I was doing it because I have to do it. And maybe that's the relationship you have with your job. Maybe that's the relationship that you have with the dynamics in your life. Like, I'm just doing this because I have to, or because it's there, or because that's how I've always done. I've always been competitive. I've always won at all costs, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like it's not even your game, is what I do want to say. It's almost like that wasn't your... There's another field waiting for you, okay? And that's what I feel these two aces are. It's like the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Wands are very dynamic energies, okay? But I feel like this story that I'm seeing here is almost like you can get lost in the fray. You can get lost in the story that you maintain. The old ways in doing things, the old ways in thinking, the old ways in being driven. You can get lost in a genuine opportunity for a new beginning, a new career pathway, a new relationship, a new way to engage in this old dynamic if you are going through issues with a current connection in your life, you know. There's a whole new way, a whole new ball game that is wanting your attention. But what it's going to take is this descent into yourself in order to get your wish fulfillment. 9, 8, 7, and that's you. Okay, it's going to take this descent into yourself. This ascension energy is great and all, you know, we ascend into higher views, higher ideals and growth and blah, blah, blah. But we have to fall down at some point. We have to go into the center of the cosmic womb. We have to go into the center of self to truly, really identify, you know, what it is that drives us and what our intentions are and why I'm engaging, allowing, why I'm not putting boundaries down, why I continue to put boundaries down, why I keep pushing, why I allow others to keep pushing me. Like, that's this energy I was feeling, this competitive energy on this field, you know, because there's control energy at play here. Like the Four of Coins, he's not budging and he's not giving up what is his. So what is it that is yours that you feel like you need to hold on to? What is it that another feels like they have to hold on when it comes to you? Whatever the case may be, that this is a no budging energy, and someone wants to desperately walk away and not look back. But I feel like I'm being pulled back here when I look at these. Again, it's descent energy, you know? The 4 and the 3 happens after it. Like there's this descent energy. I'm going back. I'm going backwards in my progress. I'm going backwards in my road to expansion. I'm going back into old methods. Like there's a lot of descent energy here. And yes, like I said, spiritually speaking, there's almost like this need to on one level. However, my outside forces, outside behaviors, the old ways in which I allowed competition, conflict, the old ways in which I engage in competition, conflict, not being transparent with deeper intentions. Like there's someone here not being transparent with their deeper intentions. Maybe you know that or not. I feel like it's all about control, okay? And there's this way in which I'm descending into controlling behaviors, whereas a deeper part of me wants to walk away, okay? So the key for the first 2 weeks of July is about identifying the boundaries. What boundaries do I need to put a pause on, okay? What boundaries do I need to implement? Because there's this, you finish your reading with the Knight of Wands. Make no mistake, the Knight of Wands is youthful, it's exciting energy, it's passionate, but it's like that one night stand, like, you know, it's, and he is the non-committal card as well. He's not there for the long haul, okay? And so it doesn't have to apply to a relationship. It doesn't have to apply to a person. It can apply to energy. This energy of choosing to engage in conflict is not going to be there all the time. Like, we need energy to sustain that. Sometimes we do have to retract back. How long can you continue on allowing behaviors before you need to genuinely put boundaries down so that you can get your voice heard, whatever the case may be? The Knight of Wands is a non-committal energy, you know, and you could easily say that it's an energy that is just there for the satisfaction of the thrill. Okay, so are we engaging in conflict for the thrill of it? Are we engaging in control mechanisms for the thrill of it? Are we allowing other people to engage us and our energy for their desire to control us on some level because it meets their desires to achieve a thrill in the moment? It's all about in the moment when I look at these two cards. And there's a need to put down a heavy boundary here, a boundary line down. Because I'm choosing to commit, is what I do want to say. I'm choosing to commit, you know, to my satisfaction, my wish fulfillment. I'm choosing to commit to an ending so that I can start a beginning. You've got a lot of mirroring numbers here. You've got 2 9s, 2 aces, 2 5s, and 2 7s. A lot of the messages that are coming through are about spiritual principles, desiring a deeper change, a deeper need to make an ending so that a beginning can happen. Like I said, there was this field that you weren't even on that is calling your name. Okay, so this game that you were in, this where I felt like I had to be strategic and win at all costs, whatever the case may be, Aries, you know, that wasn't, like, I didn't feel like I had my heart in it, okay? It's this non-committal Knight of Wands energy. I wasn't even there, mind, body, and soul. I was just doing it because that's who I am and that's how I've always done. That's how that relationship always has been. That's how I always achieve what I want. There's something bigger trying to call your name, but I don't feel like you've heard that yet because there's this descent that's necessary, okay? The energy cards I have pulled for you are self-esteem, patience, and friendship. In very many ways, this vision, these energy cards, this tarot spread is picking up on deeper self-esteem energies, okay? So even when we're allowing others to push our boundaries, Aries, that still points to self-esteem, and we cannot authoritatively say no. It is because there are self-esteem issues at play. Even when we are being empowered empaths, by not putting boundaries down with other people because we feel sorry for them because that's just how they have been all their life, or that's how it's always been. that also is a self-esteem issue by allowing someone's self-esteem issues to get to us, okay? Take that however it resonates as a deeper desire for patience, and that makes so much sense with all of these wands energies. There's a deeper desire here for someone to win at all costs, and there's this energy of patience trying to come into the picture and saying, hey, everything has a time and place. But guess what, Aries? This isn't even your field. There's another field trying to call to you, alrighty? So if you're feeling that frustration, if you're feeling like you're coming up against the same brick walls, maybe the strategy has to change. Maybe you're not even in the right game anymore, and it's about removing yourself from there, okay? We win at conflict when we do not engage with it to the point that we do not even feel it affects us anymore. That is when we've won the game. You can walk off the field. Friendship card has called to you today. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This connection, this person, this relationship, whatever the case may be, many Arians I'm connecting into are experiencing this energetic story within a connection that they're desiring, okay? Or desiring at least to understand. This person is here to teach me something about myself. Like I said, that vision I was picking up on was very surface level. It's almost like that descent into self is necessary in order to get to the heart of the matter. And I don't feel it's happening just yet. But in order for you to truly connect to who you are, Aries, you had the Queen of Wands earlier, and now the King of Wands has just jumped out. It is actually about acting on those deeper heartfelt desires that embody the essence of who you are. You know, the next 6 months of this year, you can really make the most of the presence of Mars. Mars will be experienced, you know, we haven't had this energy for over 30 years, okay? Maybe that's the first time it's happening in your known adult lifetime. There's something a lot of Arians can really connect into and achieve while we have this strong, heavy Martian influence going on for us all. But it's about really getting to the core of the matter and knowing when to put a boundary line down, because that drive energy, that passion energy can push us to the point of overwhelm too, to the point that we just get completely confused about who we are and what we're doing, and why we're even choosing to engage. And that counts for relationships too. I feel like I'm connecting into many Arians that have to remove themselves on one level or another for a bit of a timeout, for a bit of a healing space. It wouldn't surprise me if your next reading was really about going into temple and really getting to the core of how you best want to approach the final 6 months of, you know, 2017. Maybe that's relevant. I know we're not in 2017. Maybe the last 3 years have felt like you had to be in survival mode in one way or another, and that's relevant for someone out there. Okay, my lovely Arians, please do go ahead and check out your monthly for July. If you haven't already, please go ahead and check out Instagram for the weeklies, where you're going to see that. Like I said, that was a reflective reading for the first 2 weeks of July. Your final fortnight of July reading will be up within the next week. So if this resonates, please do like, share, comment, and let your other empath, intuitive friends know where to find the channel. Blessed be. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.